Alright, gentlemen and gentle ladies, I'm back with a new video, and today's video is going to be all about my secret melody sauce I'm just playing. It's going to be all about drum bounce and all the different tips and tricks I've learned to make sure your drums are always bouncing and have good rhythm and are bouncing in good rhythm and bounce. So before we get into everything, if you are not already, please go follow me on Instagram. Can't even see it, at Kyle Stemberger. Alright, so with all that being said, let's get into this video. Since this video is all about drum bounce, I'm going to be using a loop from my new drum kit I just dropped. I put some bonus loops in there. So the first major key obviously is having a really good melody. You want to have a good rhythm in your melody, just like a good swing to it, because if your melody is really stagnant and doesn't have a lot of swing to it, it's going to be hard to make your drums bounce over it. So with this melody, it has a nice swing to it. It's not just like 1, 2, 3, 4, like it has a nice flow to it. Usually I just start with a clap and I do the basic clap pattern everyone does. All the drum sounds that I'm going to be using are from my new drum kit I just dropped. It's called the Ritual Drum Kit. Go get that, shameless plug. So I'm just going to copy this over for all the 8 bars and then Control A to select them all, Shift D to shorten them. So we have this basic clap pattern. Let me add this to the playlist. And usually I just go to the 808 next, so I'm going to grab this 808. And you basically want your 808 to kind of combine well with your melody. You don't have to like copy your melody exactly with your 808, if that makes sense. You just want them to flow nicely together. Then I'm gonna copy this over with Control B and then Control L to connect all the notes, and that's pretty much the 808 pattern. I think I'm gonna add a little roll on the second half just so it's not so repetitive. Alright, so we have the 808 and the clap down, and they're combining well with the melody, have a nice bounce to them. So next, I'm gonna go ahead and start on the hi-hats. So I'm gonna find a hi-hat that complements the sounds you already have. I think this one called Dusk is the best, so I'm just going to start with the 2-step pattern. So when it comes to stuff like hi-hats and percussion, you really just have to take your time and listen to the beat and kind of like imagine what would sound best where. In my head right now, at the beginning, I hear like a and then it pauses, so I'm just going to draw that in. And same thing for the open hat, just find a sound that really complements the sounds you already have. I think I'm going to use this one. A pattern that I've been doing a lot with my open hat instead of the like this that everybody does is I've been putting it like right before the clap, like on this beat. And especially with the way I have my hi-hats, it kind of adds a cool effect because it's like that, and it sounds pretty dope. Now I'm gonna mess around with some percussion, so I'm gonna grab this one called Tase. I've been using this all the time, and I kind of hear something in my head right now, so just added another percussion sound. I just did the basic pattern like this, and it's simple but effective. It always works. And now I'm gonna grab the perk called Pony. This is another one of my go-to sounds. I've been using this a lot, and I feel like this sound's gonna get pretty popular soon, so hop on the wave before everybody else. And I always like to mess with the velocity on this sound just to make it sound like a little bit more real. Always turn it down a good bit, make it super subtle, just so you can barely hear it. And for the kick pattern, I generally do not directly copy the 808 to the kick. I like to have them hit in different spots because it kind of gives the bass a groove to it. So I just do something like this. And then obviously when it comes to having good rhythm, you got to make sure the mix of your drums are on point. The key thing is just using really good drum sounds and getting the right levels. So I mean, with leveling, it's just something that comes with a ton of practice and time. The key thing for getting good levels is always make beats on like the same speakers, because your ears will get trained to them, and once they're like trained to however it sounds, you can like level stuff perfectly. I usually use my speakers instead of my headphones, so my leveling probably isn't the best right now. I'm gonna throw a simple master on here, so I'm gonna grab a parametric EQ, add a little bit of high end, maybe a little bass, then a soft clipper. just gonna separate all my sounds real quick. And pretty much with arranging, you just want to mix it up a lot, and you don't want to have the same pattern playing like through the whole beat. You want to take stuff out, add stuff in. So for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to be arranging the whole beat. I'm just going to show you all a few tricks. So first off, for like your verses, you can have the 808 delayed so it don't come into like right here. Or you can delay your hi-hats. Or you can even delay the clap. You can even delay everything so it comes in like this. And another good thing to do is take out the 808 sometimes. Just let the kick play on the part of the verse maybe, and then maybe just let the 808 play by itself. And also you can have like half of it where it's 808 and then half of it where it goes to the kick, or vice versa. Or you could have the kick just come in halfway through. You can do whatever you want. There's so many endless things you can do with arrangement. Good arrangement is a very key part of making just overall good, catchy, bouncy beat. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I just wanted to show y'all a few key tips to making sure your beats are always bouncy, have good rhythm, and they're catchy. If you enjoyed this video, please show your support by dropping a like on the video and subscribe so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And like I said, if you are not already, please go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Stemberger. I post stuff on there all the time so you can stay updated. If you want any of the drum sounds I used in this video, I'll leave a link for my drum kit in the description below. That's all I gotta say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something new. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see y'all again soon.